How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Quick update on the Firebird. Look at that shiny goodness amongst the rustiness. So, new brake booster, portioning valve. I already had a new master cylinder. New stainless steel brake lines. All four corners, goes all the way to the back. The front flex lines were already replaced. Can't see them. Let's see here. Yeah. The flex lines are already new. I had to replace the one that goes from the body to the rear axle, but that's all done. And oh, there's something on the inside. Let's check that out. Look at that. There is the dash. The dash is back in. The gauges are in. Making progress. I got the parking brake put back in. You see that little yellow? That is for something I added to the new vintage gauges. So this is the new vintage gauges, and boom. This used to be a blank just gauge. It just had lines on it, and I didn't like it. I thought it'd be a good spot for a clock. And new vintage doesn't have a clock in their lineup. So I scoured the internet and came across good old Amazon. Painted the wheel, painted the column. It looks pretty good. I put this back on the horn button. A new turn lever. And this button changes the time. Now with the parking brake, I had to set up a relay to send a positive input to light the bulb for the parking brake. So I got that wired up, and I got the clock wired up. I also put in these momentary switches that came with the gauges. Put them in this panel. This button is for that one. It's got a screen right around there. And then button is also down here. There, go the other one. And then here's the glass. I got all that purple tint off the back glass. The college sticker's gone. And then over there is the windshield. And I'm going to try to put it in myself, I believe. May take you guys along for that journey as well. Why not, right? But I figure if I'm not going to paint that thing, I don't need to put new glass in it, because the glass will have to come back out to paint it, and there's no sense in putting new glass in and risk breaking it when you're gonna take it right back out again in a few years or whatever. I'm trying to get the front sheet metal put back on, and it's been a minute since I've had that fender off, the front end off, and so I'm trying to do some detective work. In the last video, you see that I replaced this upper cowl panel. Trying to get this fender on, and I've got this box of bolts with bags in it. That, you know, it's, yep, that's probably what your stuff looks like too. But this stuff was in a bag, and I went through my pictures and videos, and I found my pictures like this had its spacers, and I think there's spacers on the bottom of the fender, but there's nothing here on this bolt, and there's nothing on the bolt that's there, and nothing up there. But, so I was looking at this, and you can kind of see, change this around. And there goes that. Okay, well, you can see this has like a square pattern on it, which looks like that square. I was like, well, how do I know? I'm like, let's look at the evidence. So that's like a square, and now it's got like that, which looks kind of like that. And then I still have an old cowling. There's a little bit of green on there. It's like, that's definitely the cowling green, because the green for the cowling was different than the body color. So I was like, well, I think that goes there. So let's take this over to the old cowling. So if you still got your old parts and haven't thrown them out yet, good time to look back at it if you didn't take pictures. But you can kind of see this thing was going like that because it's like a mirror image. So I'm pretty sure this one was there. The other one's on top, and then the fender's on top. So that's what we're gonna go with. All right, I got the shims in. It's not lined up yet, but see how that's got a little bit of paint right there on it, the black, the shininess? Detective work. I think it goes here. It was sitting about like that, with the paint out. Or it could have been went that way, depends on, to get overspray on it from when they painted the car black. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button or the notification bell. And thank you so much. Have a great day.